Hello everyone, and welcome back to Middle-earth. This is Bloodborne. I'm going to go over some of the stuff that people have been asking for recently, which is to kind of go back over my champion. So today I'm going to go through just the yellow line of the champion, which is the Deadly Storm. First, we're going to actually just look at the actual build itself, and this way you can actually see how I have my points arranged. First thing to keep in mind is that this is a full 75 point build. So you do need all 75 points to be able to do this setup. I'm not going to go too in depth on what each particular trait that I have is. I just want to point out a couple particular ones. I do have Second Wind out of the Martial Champion line. It's always nice to have that extra power boost from Second Wind, and I typically will use that in any line that I have. Out of the Berserker line, I still have the plus 5% melee crit chance. Never a bad trait to have, in my opinion. I also have Battle Reflexes, which is the minus 10% attack duration. Also, another good one. I just really feel like you want to be hitting things as hard as possible and as fast as possible. So, anytime you can reduce your attack duration, that's going to be very helpful. A couple things out of the yellow line, you'll notice that I don't have might all the way. We're talking about what, a 32 might difference. Not really going to make or break a character. So I felt that point could be used elsewhere. I don't have finesse at all. I actually let my jewelry take care of that. So you can leave that out, in my opinion. And that's what's going to give you your points that you can actually spread to some of your other trees. The other thing we want to take a look at, sorry, the other thing we want to take a look at are our virtues. Now, for a DPS build, I actually use Valor, Zeal, Loyalty, Discipline, and Fortitude. You can use other ones if you'd like. I really went with things that really just have might on them because I really wanted to boost that up as high as I could. The exception to that is Zeal, because that is max morale, physical mitigation, and armor. A little bit more the defensive side of things. Racials, I kind of swapped out a few things. I did put Eldar's Grace back in for that kind of oh crap moment, for the 10 seconds of 75% parry on top of the 25% that you have if you're capped on parry. It's kind of a nice breather for 10 seconds if you're in a sticky situation. Now, the way I actually have my bars laid out really kind of goes down in how Fervor is built. So you'll notice down at the very first one I have Battle Frenzy, and then I go into my builders. So Wild Attack, I do have the Wild Attack bonus in the red line, so I get the extra 5% crit chance every now and then. So if you're getting your plus 5% from red line, and then you get your plus 5% from the wild attack, you're really raising your crit chance by quite a lot. And having that in an AoE situation is fantastic. What I will typically do when I run in AoE is I will actually stun the mobs first. And then I will put a rend on them, and then I'll go to town. So it'll look something like this. So Battle Frenzy, stun them, put the rend on, and then Fury. You'll notice some stuff already died right away. Now this is a level 100 instance that I'm doing this in too, and I know a lot of people run the school and library and whatnot because they're very easy runs, but I figured it'd be a little bit nicer to see against actual targets rather than the training dummy. So let's see. Let's go out into the courtyard and we'll actually pull a few more mobs. Alright. Always run to your ranged. Oop, disarmed. Alright, so we're gonna horn. Rend, Raging Blade, or Fury, whichever one you want. I tend to start off with Fury. Okay, and if your horn's not up, still start with your Rend, and now Raging Blade because the other one's on cooldown. So if you notice, since I actually have Rend on my legendaries, those guys are getting debuffed for, what was that, 5,000 armor almost? Yeah. So they're getting a bleed plus a minus 4,658 armor value for 30 seconds. That just means everything you hit is going to be hit harder, which is fantastic. Alright, so you kind of get the gist of the rotation. It's just really just applying the Rend first, and then just going through your skill rotation. I kind of hit whatever is available at the time. I'm not so strict onto, ooh, I have to hit this skill, then this skill, then this skill. The only thing that I really consider that with is the horn, the Rend, and then really whatever. But if you're using Battle Frenzy to start, by the time you do the horn and the Rend, since Rend is a builder, you will actually have full fervor to get all of the DPS out of Fury of Blades, which is really nice. Okay. That being said, if we actually take a peek at our legendaries, I know this will be a little hard to see on the video, but let me go back over this here. Oh, and I actually have the wrong rune on right now. Where is my... There it is. Okay. So if we take a peek at these, you'll notice that I have the crit rating on the weapon. I have the armor reduction, might, battle frenzy cooldown, crit damage multiplier, AoE skill damage, fear nothing cooldown, and Rend bleed damage. Now, a lot of people go back and forth with the fear nothing cooldown, but quite honestly, having fear nothing on a 15-second cooldown that is more potent and gives you a 1500 incoming healing rating, it's better than a pot. So, and that means you actually have a pot available more frequently. So, I think that's a very good thing to have. I know the text is going to be super tiny on the relics, but Westmint setting of endings, Emerald Gem of Endurance, True Rune of the White Mountains, and the Westmint Device of Battle. I have the same setting and the same device on both. The rune has the True Gem of the Rising Moon and the Wildermore Rune of Power. All that being said, my rune has Bracing Attack Heal, Devastating Strike Damage, Exchange of Blows Melee, Blade Wall Damage, Fury of Blades Damage from Fervor, Raging Blade Damage, and 148 Might. Okay. So that's really the gist of the AoE. It's really quite simple, but it's very effective. Now, the other one minor thing that you would do is, if you're going to be going into a really big pool, is you'll notice that I actually have Great Cleave and Exchange of Blows together. With the changes that were made to Exchange of Blows, it's actually a damage bonus as well as a reflect. So if you're going into a big pool, I actually will hit Great Cleave and Exchange of Blows together before I even run in, and then I'll do all the AoE stuff. So for example, we'll do this right now. Battle Frenzy, Great Cleave, Exchange of Blows, and we'll do our Horn, Rend, and our AoEs. Okay. And the way we'll finish off this video is I'll go up and we'll actually fight the upstairs room, because that's just a big old AoE pool. And I love it when Fury lands and all three targets die at one time. Okay. We'll wait for some of these buffs to come back up here. I took out one of those leaders that quickly. And don't forget also that Rend is a stacking bleed. So it stacks up to 5 times. Gotta get my chest. Okay. We'll do a little regen here first. Okay. And in we go. Okay, we'll rend them all. I wonder if I have enough time to do this. Nah, I'm not going to do that for this video. But the big deal, like I said, guys, is make sure you're keeping Rend up. Not only... It's not a super strong bleed. It's just the armor reduction that's going to make you hit harder. And if you're in a group setting and you're rending your targets, that means everybody's going to be hitting them harder. You throw in a Berg's reveal weakness, and then you throw in, you know, the Minstrel's Echo of Battle debuff for their tactical damage, and you throw in the Captain's Mark, and all these things. You're going to kill stuff quickly, which is that's the idea. So let me go ahead and just finish off Tarsh here. And he may still give me a little bit of grief. And there we go. Sweet. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you don't like it. And I will be back soon with another video. Thanks.